What's up, guys? Trill here, better known as Budget Bill, and this is your second stimulus check update and stimulus package update for Friday, October the 23rd. It's Friday, we have made it through the end of the week, and we made it through another presidential debate last night that I must say was 100% better than the previous debate. Regardless of all of that, we still don't have a stimulus deal, but we are at the end of the timeline and hope we can get a deal by the end of today. House Democrats and the White House are closer to reaching a stimulus bill. The House Speaker mentioned at a press conference that they only have 3 issues that they need to resolve. The Speaker drew caution to Americans that it could take a while for Congress to actually write and vote on a second relief agreement once a deal is done. Then we have several Republicans becoming frustrated with how Steven Mnuchin has handled the negotiation talks with Nancy Pelosi. And we have a new top senator by the name of Marco Rubio coming out in support of a bigger stimulus package. Now, those are just some of the topics that we are going to cover today. But before we get started, if you could like this video and subscribe to the channel. It definitely means a lot and it's completely free to do so. Also, click the notification bell to be notified of each new video that I upload. And if you want an opportunity to get 2 free stocks worth up to $1,600, all you have to do is download the Webull Investing app using the link down below. Then deposit $100 into your account. Now, those 2 free stocks will be worth a minimum of $8 each and up to $1,600. If you do decide to join, let me know down in the comments section on which stocks you actually received. In addition, if you think that Congress should get off their pass this bill by today and send you your stimulus checks, then go ahead and smash that like button and let's get this video to 500 likes before the day is over. The House Speaker, Nancy Pelosi, has made it clear that she still stands strong in her $2.2 trillion price tag for the second stimulus package, as the White House has recently increased their offer to $1.9 trillion. Both sides have come a long way in trying to bridge the gap on a bipartisan price tag, but there are still 3 key issues that remain the holdup of getting this deal done. Pelosi says that the number one issue is the additional funding for state and local governments. The White House doesn't agree with giving more money to the states that are struggling right now because of the pandemic. People don't realize that the state and local governments employ a lot of individuals to work for them, and without any money, they will have to lay off millions of people around the country, even police officers. The second issue that they are having is around the liability protections for businesses. This was a big push from Mitch McConnell to make sure that this was included in any bill that is sent to the Senate floor. We must provide protection for our businesses from being sued or liable for any effects from the pandemic. And then the third issue is surrounding the wording language in the proposal related to developing a national testing plan in an effort to kill the virus. Chief of Staff Mark Meadows said on Wednesday that the negotiations have entered into a new phase, which is more on the technical side of trying to get the language right if they can agree on the numbers. And I must say, this is true. Mnuchin has already attempted to correct the wording issue around the virus testing earlier last week. And Mnuchin is looking for more ways to adjust the proposal of a stimulus bill to help push along the negotiations, which has caused a lot of Senate GOP leaders to become furious with Steven Mnuchin on the way he has been handling the stimulus talks with Nancy Pelosi. Several Republicans are becoming frustrated with how Mnuchin has recently come to terms on the provision for more stimulus checks to Americans and an increase in the top line figure of $1.9 trillion and more healthcare spending. 3 anonymous Republicans spoke up about this and how they feel that Mnuchin keeps giving and giving and giving and gets nothing in return. They said that Mnuchin feels that everyone will just come to terms with what he negotiates and it will get enough votes to actually pass. They feel a stimulus package similar to what they have been hearing could divide the Republicans and make it hard for them to recover in the long run. Nancy Pelosi came out on Thursday and stated that they are just about there on a relief stimulus deal. But she threw caution that it could still take a while for Congress to actually write up and vote on a relief package once they strike a deal. She said that as long as they can resolve some of these things that are in the next few days, it will take a while to write the next stimulus bill. While all in all, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell is still advising the White House against a deal on stimulus before the November election. Mitch McConnell stated that reaching a deal prior could cause issues in the plan to confirm Supreme Court Justice nominee Amy Coney Barrett. And then others say that the reason he doesn't want to strike a stimulus deal before the election is because he doesn't feel the president is going to win the election. Mitch McConnell wants to wait until after the election to see how things turn out before he wants a stimulus package to be voted on the Senate floor. Perhaps Mitch doesn't know that waiting much longer is putting the American people at a greater risk. Apparently, they just don't get it. But let me just move on from that topic. And then we heard from the Republican Senator Marco Rubio. He said that he would actually support a bill for a much bigger stimulus if it came down to it. His exact words was, "I'm open to voting for a higher COVID stimulus because Americans need help." He was interviewing with CNBC, and he went on to say that he would be willing to support a more expensive virus stimulus package than he'd like to because failing to provide financial relief to Americans and U.S. businesses presents larger risk to the U.S. economy. And then he went on to say that no one is going to get everything that they want here. And from my perspective, that means the bill on this is probably going to be higher than what I want it to be. And I'm very uncomfortable with that. However, I think the price of not doing something is even higher. So as long as it's limited in some way, as long as it's not crazy, yes, I'm willing to be flexible about it because I think it's that important. So that right there is huge, as it appears that more and more Republicans are starting to get behind a bigger stimulus bill. Could this be because President Trump has urged his party to go big or go home? Or could it be because people are finally realizing how much America and the economy is suffering right now and realize we need a second stimulus package and we need it fast? As we are on the brink of more jobs being lost, thousands of evictions, and people with less or no food on their table to feed their families. Either way, this is great news to see more support of a bigger stimulus as the House Democrats want it and President Trump wants it as well. Rubio says, "In the end, I think we run the risk here of structural damage to components of our economy if we don't do something." He said, "I have more optimism that we're going to have a deal on stimulus. I don't know if it will be before the election, just simply because of the calendar and some of the time constraints we face." But now as we enter into Friday with the clock ticking from the 48 hours that Mark Meadows gave us on Wednesday, we hope we can see some ending results to a stimulus package this afternoon or on Saturday. Meadows thought that they were at the tail end of reaching a preliminary deal and was expected to have it within 48 hours. Now that the time has almost expired, let's see what all transpires today and see if we can get some positive news going into the weekend. It will be a beautiful weekend as it will be my birthday weekend. So be sure to smash the like button for me as an early birthday gift. Other than that, I hope to have another update for you midday today as I will try and keep you guys up to date on the stimulus news. Outside of that, if you found value in this video, please give it a like. Also, be sure to subscribe to the channel so you can be a part of it. Other than that, hey, I appreciate you guys stopping by and watching, and I hope to see you on the next video. Peace.